Hello, welcome once again to Stuff and Things, where I like to talk about stuff and occasionally even things. I'm your good friend Bradley, and today I think I have officially lost my mind. I think I have completely lost touch with reality. I've got some stuff under this quilt here, and I'm about to make a huge mistake. Or maybe I've already made the huge mistake because I already purchased this stuff and there is no reason in the world that someone of my advanced ancient age should have purchased the things that are under this quilt. But I don't know what's going on. Is it a midlife crisis? I don't think so. I don't think I'm there yet. I'm not that old yet. But I did something very stupid. And now I guess I'm going to show you as I cobble this thing that I did together, and we'll talk about it as we go. Under this quilt is this stuff. Can you see this? I'm at home right now filming this, which isn't the typical setup. I tried to set up some lighting. I know the angle isn't great. I'm like crouching and trying to look up at the camera. Hopefully the audio is working, but I have here what I think is a complete setup for a skateboard. Now, as I mentioned, I am an ancient human male. As I have not yet mentioned, but I am about to mention, I have never set foot on a skateboard in my entire life. It's not as though I was a huge skater when I was a teenager or something, and then I left it for some years, and now I just thought, hey, maybe I'll get back into it. I've never skated, ever. I'm too old to skate right now. I don't know why I bought this. I think it was because I was looking at videos of one wheels. I would really like to get a one wheel at some point. I think that'd be really fun, but they're like close to $2,000, and I thought, hey, one wheel is a sort of a board with a wheel. Maybe I'll get a board with 4 wheels. I don't know. I'm gonna try to put this together though. I think it might be fun. The whole idea of setting up a board seems pretty cool. So I'm gonna show you what I have. I'm gonna try to put it together. I've never done this before. I've watched a couple videos. I think I kind of know what I'm doing, but we'll see. I guess we'll start out with the main thing here. Now again, this is based on me doing research, not on any actual experience. So hopefully I purchased the proper components. And that's the other thing too, it's fairly inexpensive to buy a skateboard and put it together. But I have here a Girl skateboard deck. That is the company. It has a pretty cool looking little stag beetle on the back there. This is a Sean Malto Pro model. I think it was an 8-inch or maybe 8.15 in width. I don't have all the necessary vital information on this thing. Oh no, it's 8.25. Okay, length of 31.875 inches, wheelbase of 14 inches, shape, I believe that's a 60-52. The printing's a little off there. I don't know if any of that's good. Actually, when I ordered this, I thought it was an 8-inch. I thought that's what I should get just based on some advice I had gotten. And then I got the trucks. These are independent 139s, independent stage 11 standard 139s. This is a language I don't really know yet. And I guess this is supposed to have been made for an 8-inch board, and maybe I should have gotten a larger truck for an 8 1/4 board, but it seems like they fit properly. I don't know, we'll see. So I've got independent stage 11 standard trucks 139s. Is that good? Maybe that's good. I've got Spitfire Formula 4 Duro 99A. That's the durometer or durometer reading for them. That's the hardness, I guess. 52 millimeter wheels. Again, not sure. I got this shock pad, or these shock pads for the trucks. I don't know if I need these or not. I think they're gonna add some height under the board, and I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I think maybe that's more for like cruising boards. I'm not sure if I'll use those. I got a skate tool. I don't know if this is any good. It is a Bronson Speedco skate tool. I don't know. Some hardware, just the nuts and bolts I need to put all this together. And then I got Bronson Speedco bearings. I don't know, what are these? These are G3. Next generation bearings. Okay, it says deep groove raceways, max impact cage design. Balls out technology or bails out technology? Straight edge frictionless shields, micro groove raceway surfaces, high speed ceramic oil, factory fresh quality. All right, so I'm gonna put this together. Oh, and I've got mob grip tape right here. I'm gonna put all this together. This should be interesting. Whether or not I actually ever get on this board, I'm sure I will get on this board, but whether or not I actually show you me getting on this board is another question. We shall see. Maybe at the end of this setup video, you can see me falling on my butt repeatedly. Looks like we have spacers. How does this work? Let me crack this open real quick. We have spacers for the bearings, and I'm wondering if they're supposed to go in the wheels. Again, I've never set up a skateboard in my life, never been on a skateboard in my life, so yeah, I guess the spacer would go in there, and that would probably mean that you can crank down on the wheel a little better. Wheels? Yeah. All right, so I think the first thing you're supposed to do is put the grip tape on the board, and I guess the first thing I should do before that is actually take the plastic off the board. I do like this design quite a bit. Ooh. I think that's pretty fancy. I have no idea who Sean Malto is. I guess you're maybe supposed to know that before you get somebody's pro model board, but whatever. Is that a sticker? No. So apparently there is a nose and tail to a board. We got a little girl sticker here. And I think this is the nose and this is the tail. I think the nose is slightly longer than the tail, and that definitely seems to be the case here. It seems to go up a little bit. There's a bit of a concave here. It doesn't seem super pronounced, but again, I don't have much to compare it to. It's kind of a shame that these wonderful Beetle graphics are gonna get covered up when I put the grip tape on, but let's see how this works. We have got this. There will be street noise, I'm sorry. And I know my head is getting cut off occasionally. I guess this is long enough. And there's a little bit of slack there. I'm super anal about air bubbles and stuff, like if I'm putting a screen protector on a phone or anything like that. So we'll see how this works. Come here to me, unpeeled. Son of a good, sweet Jehoshaphat. Come on now. I need some more fingernails. Okay, there we go. That's a satisfying. Oh, this got little holes in it, maybe? It would appear that there are possibly slight perforations in this grip tape, which might be good. Maybe that'll help it not get air bubbles. All right, so I want to be very careful here. I'm gonna set it down. Oh, see, I already don't like this. Hold on. Okay, start at the middle. I'm gonna work my little fingers, or giant sausage fingers, off to the edge. Walk it down. Oh, see, I don't like that either. That seems air bubbly. Ooh, that is very rough, by the way. I shudder to think of whatever shoes I wear adapting to this grip tape. And now I'm gonna go, in order to make sure I don't get any air bubbles, I'm gonna put this over, and I'm just gonna try to give it one of these. Now that I've got the middle down, hopefully that means that I can put the rest on without it bubbling up all over the place. Okay, we're getting there. Oh, I feel one right there. I think that got it. Okay, for the most part, I think that's good. Let me do it one more. All right. Now, this is something that I actually looked up. You get a tool, whatever kind of tool you've got. Maybe I'll use this thing. What is this? Okay. And you rub the sides. I'm assuming this is going to get like sandpapery stuff all over everything. How should I do this? With this? With that? Let me stand over. I hope that the audio is okay. I'm hitting the mic cord. something rather satisfying about that. Yeah? I switched to the screwdriver at the end here, and now I'm just supposed to cut it off. I don't know exactly how this is going to work. Lift the lip a little bit. Just a little bit. Lift it up here. And I've got a razor blade. Be very careful, children, if you're handling a razor blade. Probably shouldn't be handling a razor blade if you are a little children's. Let's see here. Wow, this is rather tough, actually. Don't shave with the razor blade after you have used the razor blade. How do you do this? You pull it towards yourself? Let me get this out of my way. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna lift this up a little more. Come on. Give me a good cut, man. Ooh. That's very satisfying. Looks like a nice clean cut there. All right. Let's continue. Watch the blade. Having a hell of a time cutting it smoothly around the nose and or tail. Which one is that? I think that's the nose. I cannot get it to smoothly go around the radius. That irritates me, especially my OCD nature about these kinds of things. I want it to look perfect, even though I know it doesn't really matter. It's not bad. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. Wow, I really overshot it on this edge. What are you gonna do? All right, we've got a little bit of purple from the top of the deck showing around, but I think it's pretty even. Not too bad. No air bubbles. That's how she looks once you have the grip tape on. I think I want to sand around the edges. That seems like a good idea, because otherwise it seems like this could lift up really easily. So I will do that now. All right, the grip tape is on. Now we have a decision to make, and it's something that I wish I could get some feedback on, but you guys aren't going to see this in time to give me the feedback. So I have to ask, should I put these little shock pads on? Is that a bad idea? They would add just a couple millimeters, it looks like, but maybe a couple millimeters would make a huge difference if I put these under the trucks. I don't know. Let me get one of these out. That seems kind of substantial to me, and maybe I'm wrong about that, but I think for now I'll leave these off. I could always put them on later if I wanted to. And the whole thing with the trucks, okay, it looks like we have washers, and then we've got spacers for the actual bearings. So I think I want to put all those on, right? And do I have to oil the bearings, or are they already pre-oiled? Let's see. It's like a little roll of quarters. Oh, there's a little axle that they're on here. Let's see. Okay, there's washers in here as well. I guess I'll use the washers from the company that made the bearings. Okay, they're definitely oily. And it looks like they have little shields on them. I'm assuming those would go out towards the wheels, hopefully. So let's see here. This is my skate tool. Which one fits these? There we go. Take that off. We've got a washer here. We've got two washers here. Maybe I'll just use these ones. They're brass. I kind of like that better. And do I put the wheels, or do I put the trucks on first before I put the wheels on? Probably. Let me see if I can find, poke through here. I don't want to push the grip tape up. Okay, I can see that now. Hardware. Razor blade. Again, I wasn't even sure what kind of hardware I should get. This is 1 inch. Is that fine? I also saw 7/8 a lot of the time. I hope this is okay. And I don't know if I should actually be trying to get rid of the grip tape around these screws. Does that seem like a good idea? Because otherwise it's not going to be very flush, is it? I think I'm going to try to do that. Okay, I think I've reamed out all the holes enough. I'm going to try to put these trucks on now. I don't think it matters which truck goes on which end of the board, I hope. Still seems like this hardware is going to stick off the surface quite a bit, even though I reamed out those holes. It seems like it would be a bad thing. Train! It seems like it would be a bad thing to have those little nubbins sticking out into the top of the deck, but other than like going to a woodworking shop and countersinking the holes, I don't know what else I could really do. So now we are going to hope that as I tighten these down, this problem will correct itself. Not sure how crazily you're supposed to wrench these things down. I don't want to start hearing wood cracking, so I'm not going to go too crazy with them. I'm a fairly robust lad, so I think just as much as I can tighten them without going whole hog on them. I think that's fine. And I don't know, they're still protruding a bit. Does that seem good? Does that seem bad? I'm not sure. They're kind of flushish. I'm gonna throw the other truck on and then we'll get the wheels. All right, I've given them all another little turn, and it seems as though they've all seated themselves pretty well into the grip tape, so I'm happy with that. I think that's what you want. Maybe I'll have to tighten up even more if they kind of work themselves in. But now, we've got the deck, we've got the grip tape, we've got the trucks on it. I didn't put the shock pads on. I think that's fine. Now we got to do the wheels. And I'm not exactly sure how that works. We've got nuts. Let's keep these separate. I've got washers. I think I lost one off this end. Okay, so I have to seat the bearings, and I'm assuming you want the shield part of the bearings. There's that big plastic part you want to the outside of the wheel. And I also think I'm going to put the wheels on so the graphic is to the inside, like so. So I guess I just put the bearing in the wheel like so, and then maybe, does that work? Is that seated all the way? Let me put the board down. I think that's good. And then there's a spacer. I'm going to put that in. Or no, I guess I would put that, I guess I'd put the bearing on, then put the spacer on, and then do this. You guys can't see any of that. Ugh. I think that's good. Let's see. I don't know how well they're supposed to spin, but that's one. Okay. I've got a washer, got the wheel with the bearing, another washer, and a nut. All right, and I guess this is the one. Is this the one? That's not the one. This is the one. There we go. Now, how much do you wrench down on your wheels? I would assume with the spacer you could go pretty tight because you're not going to bind up the bearings inside there. But I'm not sure exactly how this works. Oh wow, see that's not spinning. Okay, maybe the spacer is the spacer too narrow? Because I would think the spacer would mean, yeah, look at that. I'm getting no spin from that whatsoever. So maybe the spacer is too narrow and it's making it so that it's actually binding in with the wheel. I don't know, we'll have to see. Okay, 3 more. Not sure if I'm doing something wrong here, but it seems like neither of these wheels is spinning particularly loosely. And it would seem, I mean, maybe the bearings just need a chance to break in a little bit, but I want to see if maybe I didn't seat this one completely. See, it seems like it should spin like that even when you have the nut on. I don't know, man. Yeah, as soon as I make contact with the bearing, it means that the wheel does not really spin properly. I'm just gonna leave it looser right now, and then hopefully, I don't know, we'll see what happens. I forgot the washer on this one. That's much better. I think I must have done something screwy with the spacer on the last set. I'm gonna have to take those apart and check it out. But this one I've been able to wrench down totally, and it seems like it's spinning okay. So I think I screwed up the spacer on those ones. I will check. I think I put the spacers in here, right? I don't know how I could have screwed it up, but I'm gonna check. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. Spacer's in there, should be fine. I'm just gonna reassemble and see what happens. Now it seems to be spinning fine. I'm not sure what the issue is before. I'm just gonna check this last wheel, and then the skateboard will be done. Once again, it seems like I put the spacer in there correctly. I don't know if maybe there's just an issue. Maybe this is slightly off square or something. The actual, like, routered out area, I don't know what they do, use a mold or something. So maybe it's binding on that, I'm not sure, but we're gonna try it again with this other wheel, or I guess this wheel. When I readjusted it and tried it again, it was fine. So hopefully that will be the case here. Remember my washers this time. There. There. Where's the nut? There. So all my other wheels are spinning nice and freely, so we shall see. All right, that didn't take much. Yeah, there's just something up with this one. This wheel spins nice. This wheel spins. This wheel spins. This one has got some issues. Gang, that's a skateboard. That is my girl Sean Malto Pro model with the beautiful little beetle on the back, Spitfire Formula 4 99A 52 millimeter wheels, independent 139 stage 11 standard trucks, mob grip tape. There it is. It's done. And I guess at some point I'm gonna have to try to get on this thing.